Welcome back to the Dolly Cam, everybody. I am here with Michael Canadas. Hello.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi. Thank you for the delightful lunch.
Oh, you're welcome. It's our pleasure. But don't thank me, thank David.
David, thank you for lunch.
Yeah, he takes care of us.
We just had a wonderful lunch with our studio audience that is here right now, and we are having the best time on our doll holiday celebration. Our next seminar is very special. It includes some treasures from the Grovian, and it is called Christmas Past. And I know that some of the treasures you brought out special for us today.
Yes, we did.
So we're very excited. Michael, tell us what we're going to see.
Well, what we're going to see is what you might have gotten under your tree long ago. The first doll that we are very blessed in the Grovian, and it's just an accident. It wasn't that we necessarily went out and tried to find things, but we have many dolls with their original provenance, and some of them are historic dolls. There are some that have, they're epic tales. And this little wax doll, which is a baby, we just talked about Princess Rose, but look how my size, and look how big this.
Back up here so we can see the magnificence of this dress that she is wearing.
And this doll packs a powerful punch. It is a Montanari. And in 1889, we had the Exhibition Universelle, and this doll was in the Montanari display. And a little girl admired it and wanted it. And her father bought it for her once the display closed down. And the gentleman who bought it happened to be the ambassador to France from Russia. So he was the Russian ambassador in 1889. And this doll is known as, this is Olga's doll. So her name was Olga, and this was her play doll. Now, I would imagine that the ambassador of France was very used to living in France, and they probably had a home there that they owned outright rather than just the ambassador's residence. So when the Russian Revolution, now remember this is 1889, Olga's a little girl. And by the time the Russian Revolution happened, they were able to take all of their things and make an exit back to France. So this doll, until just recently, and she's not actually in any display right now, we're going to display her at a later date. We're only the second owners of this doll. So Amazing. It's been in the same family. And when she came to us, she came in a big, probably her original wooden crate that's all padded with pink silk and tufted, and that's what she was stored in.
We'd like to see that.
So that's why she's just in beautiful condition.
She looks real.
She does. And what's very interesting is all these ribbons here were probably all at one time, and these bows, these were all probably absolutely fuchsia. Bright, shocking pink. And you can see in the insertion that it's still there. But look at this dress. It is an amazing marvel of workmanship. And as we were talking about earlier, babies' clothes, they had incredible clothing. Now, this doll could have been dressed as a baby, an infant. It could have been dressed as a child. It just depended on what they wanted, how they wanted to market it. See
Let's look at
her
this.
little dirty feet.
So, and what happened?
This wax dolls were shellacked. So this is residue from shellac. That actually could come off, and you actually can feel it when you touch it. You can feel it. It's just a layer of shellac, just like a lot of pieces of furniture have it. It's just to protect it.
Are you going to take it off or leave her?
Probably. Okay. And then look at how clean her body is. It's
She's just phenomenal.
Brand new.
We haven't seen very many wax dolls. In fact, I think this might be one of our first ones that we have had a seminar on with you.
Well, we have a lot of wax dolls. And so maybe you'll have to come back and we'll do it. But she's got all her baby things except she's not wearing any.
She almost
she's not
looks
wearing
new.
any pants. Well, this would have been, remember, this was an upper, very, listen, You can't be any more upper class than have an appointment by the Tsar of Russia. So she was an upper class girl, so they did not have to share their dolls. She didn't have to live through the revolution and be played with until she fell apart. So, you know, she probably ended up in a chateau and could be easily stored to help preserve it. And that's really one of the stories of expensive dolls, because expensive dolls didn't have, if the family had money, it didn't have to be played with by a couple of generations.
What are some of her characteristics that helped you identify her as the Montanari?
Facial features and the limbs are very telling. But here's the thing, and of course it helps that it's marked too, so that always helps.
That always helps, yes, yes. But sometimes it's hard to
Yes. Yes, but also if you don't, I encourage, if you collect any kind of anything, if you see a marked Parati, Montanari, whatever it is, you see it, take the photo, drag it into your wax doll file, or clip it out and put it in a file. You'll start to build a reference where you can say, okay, my doll is not marked, but it has all the exact features. They didn't mark
them
every
all.
doll.
No, definitely not.
Maybe a shop didn't want them to mark it. Maybe they wanted to say, this is a Hamley's doll, or this is Non Blue doll. So, but you can build that up as you go. Now, and also too, Montanaris are known for being large. So
Okay.
now today, dolls that are small sometimes cost way more than dolls that are large. But in those days, the size of the doll had to do with the price. So this was really
Very expensive
very
doll.
luxurious.
Speaking of expensive, we've had 3 viewers already ask the price, and this is part of the museum. All of the dolls we have seen in
Yes,
all of the videos
yes.
are
Yeah, they're
from the
not for
museum.
sale.
They are not for sale.
No,
No,
and
We're-
that
it's for
should lead
education.
me to this one. I'm going to go over this way. So this girl at some point is going to come out of the museum because it really becomes irritating. The amount of people that, oh, if you ever sell that doll, I want it. And then I have to tell all of them, you're shopping in the wrong department. So this is collectors call this a German Huré. So what it is it's a Simon & Halbig's version of a Huré. And it has a wooden body that's fully articulated. You have to see that.
Put her over here for the light.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that.
And it has the cutest little
He
body.
does have a little Huré-looking face.
It does. It was their
he's so
version.
little.
And so little. So when you have a Huré collection, this is like the Huré's little
The
sister.
Huré's doll.
And she has this wonderful little wardrobe of enfantine clothes and all of these tiny little items. And I think that there's probably 100 people that think they have their name on this, but it's not really going to happen. But just darling little pieces and little
Such
Dresden,
wonderful treasures.
satchel and a bird cage, and of course the beaded furniture that David and I added to the vignette, and we really got a love of the beaded furniture from our friend Mary Harris Francis, who had the Toy and Miniature Museum in Kansas City, and she loved that kind of whimsical thing, which actually should have been in our program, Victorian Whimsy. But it's just a beautiful item, and they look like they're tiny little dresses, and it's maybe 6.5 inches tall, but it's got all the styling that you'd see in a bigger dress.
And a
Beautiful prints.
skilled seamstress put this
prints
together. Wonderful.
to scale, and some wonderful
Little binoculars, all these little touches, purse, all these wonderful little things. This is just the scrumptious part of
Yes,
doll
she is.
collecting.
She is.
When we get to put together these
And
wonderful
I would imagine
wardrobes.
that this was under someone's tree, and then they built up these are homemade clothes. These are not shop clothes. So they would have made the clothes. They would probably use scraps of material to make them. But it's really a cute,
Wonderful Christmas
a
treasure.
cute little piece.
Could you
And it's
imagine?
really one of the most. It's probably the second most loved doll that we have. Not necessarily the most expensive, but it's just something that moves a lot of people.
Well, and the size, the wonderful
think it's
small
the size,
size
too.
with the trousseau. You get the whole trousseau, and she's not taking up a ton of space. It's
No,
just
no.
everyone loves something on a small
And
scale.
she could, everything except, of course, the lounge easily fits into the trunk. And so, you know, she doesn't take up that much space.
She's fantastic.
But it is one of the one dolls people really would love to have under the tree. And the final girl of our under the tree is this. You know, we have sold hundreds and hundreds of Parians in our career, but we have not collected them. It's not that I don't like them; I do like them. So this is one of the first of our ongoing Parians that we're going to collect. But I want you to show them, Rachel. This is a cling doll, but look at that head and that hairstyle and the carved, you know, comb lines and the curls hanging down.
Oh, look at the cascading curls on the back.
Yes, and the necklace and earrings. These are really incredible dolls that are really, I don't think that they're really valued today at what they should be, because they just have just wonderful detail and painting.
These are a wonderful thing to buy right now
It
because
is.
you can
it
actually
is.
get them for very good deals.
Exactly. And when we started out, they were very expensive, and now they're a little less expensive. And you know, I've always done my own thing, so it doesn't really matter to me one way or the other. But if I'm interested in something, and the price is nice, that's always delicious.
You got to strike.
Yes.
I personally love her, and then I also love Parians with black hair. Do you see those very often?
I do. But my most favorite Parian of all, which we do have a nice collection of them, is I love them with molded hats.
Oh yes.
That's my little. I shouldn't be saying this on Ruby Lane's thing.
We love them with molded hats.
Yeah, I've got other people here that love them with molded hats too.
Did we get a lot of nods from our audience back there? Yes. We did get a lot of nods back there.
So those are my favorites.
We do love them with
and I love them when they're little tiny ones, and I love big ones too. You know, all different sizes. But I think that we're gonna say goodbye, because we have to give you our final Christmas extravaganza.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm going to go put on my party dress.
You better go put on your party dress. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.